Stakeholder management is a critical component of successful project execution and organizational growth. Professionals skilled in stakeholder management ensure that the interests, expectations, and concerns of all parties involved in a project are addressed efficiently. Interviews for roles involving stakeholder management evaluate your communication skills, conflict resolution abilities, strategic thinking, and capacity to balance multiple priorities. In this video, we will cover common stakeholder management interview questions. Each question is followed by a sample answer and practical tips to help you demonstrate your expertise in engaging, influencing, and managing stakeholders effectively. The role of stakeholder management professionals. Stakeholder management professionals act as a bridge between project teams, clients, executives, and other key participants. They identify stakeholders, assess their expectations, communicate progress, and resolve conflicts while ensuring project objectives are met. Employers look for candidates who can combine strategic thinking with excellent interpersonal skills to maintain positive relationships and drive project success. Preparing structured answers with real-world examples will help you convey both your understanding and practical approach to stakeholder management. Question 1. Can you explain your experience with stakeholder management? Here's how you can answer. I have 5 years of experience in stakeholder management, primarily in project-based environments. I have managed relationships with clients, internal departments, and executive leadership to ensure project alignment and timely communication. In my previous role, I implemented a stakeholder engagement plan that improved communication flow and reduced misunderstandings, leading to higher client satisfaction. Tip: highlight the types of stakeholders you've worked with, your experience level, and measurable outcomes. Question 2. How do you identify stakeholders for a project? Here's how you can answer. I identify stakeholders by analyzing the project scope, objectives, and impact areas. I consider individuals and groups affected by or influencing the project, including clients, team members, senior management, and external partners. After identification, I categorize stakeholders based on their level of influence, interest, and engagement requirements to tailor communication and management strategies. Tip: show a structured approach to stakeholder identification and prioritization. Question 3. How do you handle conflicting stakeholder expectations? Here's how you can answer. When stakeholder expectations conflict, I first listen to all perspectives to understand the underlying concerns. I then analyze the impact of each expectation on the project and facilitate discussions to find common ground. I provide data-driven insights and propose compromises that align with project objectives while ensuring transparency. Maintaining open communication and documenting agreements helps prevent future misunderstandings. Tip: emphasize conflict resolution skills, negotiation, and transparency. Question 4. How do you communicate with stakeholders effectively? Here's how you can answer. I communicate with stakeholders by understanding their preferred channels, frequency, and level of detail. I provide regular updates, progress reports, and status meetings, ensuring that information is clear, concise, and relevant. Active listening and addressing concerns promptly foster trust and confidence in the project. Tailoring communication to each stakeholder ensures engagement and clarity throughout the project lifecycle. Tip: highlight adaptability, clarity, and responsiveness in communication strategies. Question 5. How do you manage stakeholders with high influence but low interest? Here's how you can answer. For stakeholders with high influence but low interest, I focus on keeping them informed and demonstrating the project's alignment with organizational goals. I schedule periodic briefings and provide concise updates to maintain awareness without overwhelming them. By highlighting relevant benefits or risks, I ensure they remain supportive while minimizing unnecessary involvement in day-to-day activities. Tip: demonstrate strategic engagement and efficient communication tailored to stakeholder priorities. Question 6. How do you ensure stakeholder expectations are aligned with project objectives? Here's how you can answer. I ensure alignment by involving stakeholders early in project planning and clearly defining objectives, deliverables, and success criteria. I facilitate workshops, regular check-ins, and collaborative discussions to clarify expectations. Continuous engagement and feedback loops help identify gaps and address misunderstandings promptly, keeping all parties aligned throughout the project. Tip: emphasize early involvement, transparency, and proactive engagement. Question 7. Can you describe a time you successfully managed a challenging stakeholder? Here's how you can answer. In a previous project, a key client expressed dissatisfaction with the pace of progress and requested frequent changes. I scheduled a one-on-one meeting to understand their concerns and presented a revised timeline with clear milestones. By maintaining regular updates and demonstrating responsiveness, I regained their trust, and the project was delivered on schedule with improved client satisfaction. Tip: use real-life examples to demonstrate problem-solving, communication, and results. Question 8. How do you prioritize stakeholder needs when resources are limited? Here's how you can answer. When resources are limited, I prioritize stakeholders based on their influence on the project's success and the urgency of their requirements. I communicate transparently about resource constraints, set realistic expectations, and negotiate timelines or deliverables when necessary. Balancing priorities while maintaining fairness and transparency ensures that critical needs are met effectively. Tip: show analytical thinking, fairness, and strategic decision-making under constraints. Question 9. How do you maintain long-term relationships with stakeholders? Here's how you can answer. I maintain long-term relationships by providing consistent communication, delivering on promises, and demonstrating reliability. I actively seek feedback, acknowledge contributions, and ensure that stakeholders feel valued and heard. Building trust over time fosters ongoing collaboration, repeat engagement, and a positive reputation for both myself and the organization. Tip: emphasize trust building, consistency, and proactive engagement for sustained relationships. Question 10. Why should we hire you for a stakeholder management role? Here's how you can answer. You should hire me because I bring a combination of experience, strategic thinking, and strong interpersonal skills. I have successfully managed diverse stakeholders, resolved conflicts, and maintained alignment with project objectives. My proactive communication, problem-solving abilities, and focus on relationship building ensure that I can manage expectations effectively while contributing to the overall success of your projects. Tip: summarize experience, strategic value, and interpersonal skills confidently and concisely. Final thoughts. Stakeholder management interviews evaluate both technical knowledge and interpersonal abilities, including communication, negotiation, and conflict resolution. Preparing structured answers, practicing scenario-based questions, and reflecting on real-world experiences can help candidates demonstrate competence and confidence. Organizations value professionals who can balance multiple priorities, manage relationships effectively, and ensure project success while keeping stakeholders engaged. By presenting clear examples, showcasing analytical thinking, and emphasizing proactive communication, candidates can leave a strong impression. Focusing on trust building, alignment with objectives, and strategic engagement ensures that you are seen as a professional capable of handling complex stakeholder environments and driving positive outcomes for both projects and organizations.